It has begun again. Another day. Oh, hold on. It actually hasn't begun just yet. Okay, now it's about to begin. It's about to go nuts. I'm opening the game. Actually, I can close my window because my fan's on. I have to listen to the sound of really loud vehicles driving by me. I like when it's 12 at night and somebody speeds down the road. It's really good. I appreciate them very much. My controller's not plugged in. Sprite Studio Web Technology. Okay. Are you ready, chat? I'm ready. Episode 2, Trial 1, Waiting Room. It's time to play a game. The hell was that? Huh? Something broke there. 9:40 a.m. against Tokyo Courthouse. Defendant Luby. You didn't translate the bug? Miss Twist! Patchy! Yeah. Miss Twist has arrived. She's back immediately. Hold on, I gotta review my evidence. Right, I got attorney's badge, a book, a knife, a Roomba, and profiles. Oh, right. I remember what happened last time. Oh, yeah, okay. Glad you can make it again, Remy. I exist only for the courtroom scenes, after all. My poor mistress. All right, Sokka. Is this going to be another dark courtroom carnival with forgery and intimidation? Hey now, that's a real parade of concerning words. Bouncy, bouncy. Look, I'm the defendant, so I ask that you please do a good job in there. Don't you worry. The Great Patchy's Festival of Laughs will get some chuckles out of you for sure. Don't return to the 22nd century, Mommy Mon. I'm not concerned with who the defendant is. I'm happy as long as Patchy doesn't lose. Wow, how considerate of you. You know, the only reason I'm being suspected is that DM drawing, right? Right. It's because of the Dungeon Master. No, it stands for Dying Message. It's Dying Message, Patchy. I have no motive, and on top of that, presuming you're innocent until proven guilty is the default in court. No. Not Ace Attorney. It's a shock I was indicted at all. Hold on. Okay, better. Don't worry, Japan's trials are medieval ones. Women getting tried as witches, day in and day out. There's no need for evidence either. If you as much as have a weird birthmark or dare to own a cat, you'll be burned at the stake. That was the 20th century, Patchy. Also, you're the only witch in this room. Our last trial was mostly Alice complaining. Nobody ever bothered making the evidence the focus of the discussion. Right, and Alice isn't here today. I suppose we'll have to be ready for a bit of chaos. Ugh. Like I've been saying, don't worry. I mean, shouldn't she? Have you forgotten your own objective, Mommy Zoe? You wanted to stave off boredom. I'm going to try my hardest to make you laugh in there today. In other words, our goals align with each other. But I wanted to see a normal trial. That's boring. That's unfortunate. While I'd certainly love to have a normal trial too. The prosecutor today is, well, that's right, Patchy. Unlike that newbie prosecutor from last time. She's ready. She's gonna do it. Here comes the dance. Oh, your opponent today is an actual qualified prosecutor, isn't she? I mean, she thought she was taking a dance exam, so I wouldn't put that much faith in her abilities. Regardless, we're still dealing with a real prosecutor, so we'll have to exercise appropriate caution. I suppose I'm counting on you then. I'll make you regret this. She bit her tongue. How adorable. Adorable. Totes adorbs. Ugh. What's even happening? My opponent this time is Princess Guya. Things won't go the same way they did with Alice. But I won't lose. I have my friends, my deceitful wiles, and my lack of morals on my side. Just you watch, I'll direct this trial exactly how I want it to go. Behold how the great Patchouli's knowledge, shade, curses, and dancing direct the course of this Shady trial! An emotional title drop. 10 a.m. Gensokyo Courthouse. Courtroom number 1. What are they booing for? Womp. Now then, we shall commence the deliberation of Tatsuya Mamizo, who is being tried as a suspect in the murder of Yakukoro Herin. The defense is ready. The prosecution's ready to rumble too. Why is the picture of the old man there? We didn't get the information on him. So this trial begins Sokyo's first showdown between a defense attorney and a prosecutor. Goodness, that gets me emotional as a judge. I'm very pleased to be able to witness this dream battle with my own 2 eyes. How is this court still functioning? We got a lot of new pictures here. Looks like I'm in the assistant position again this time, huh, Patchy? That's right. Your job is just to talk like you're my assistant, like always. I don't always talk like I'm your assistant. No, but it's normal for the assistant roles to always be present. Go on, look over at the prosecution's bench. That cheeky princess has 2 assistants. Guya Guya! 3 heads are better than 2. I'm pretty much just here to poke fun at Udon. Oh, I wish I was down there next to Patchy too. Let's accompany her next time. Now then, though this may be another case of the victim being someone who shouldn't even die, this court considers it a murder case. Therefore, we'll be having a proper deliberation over it. You're saying that like the last trial was handled properly. Good grief, don't be so impatient. There are so many mysteries to this incident that we can barely see a hint of the truth. There's definite meaning to having the defense and prosecution argue their arguments. Oh, sorry, I was playing a game. What is that, chat? What game is that? I see a blue dude and a very bent over red dude on like a green background. Sakuya-san, the elegant chief mate of the SDM will stop time and forge any evidence needed for her twist so desires. The mistress of the SDM and Patchy's close friend sides with her no matter what and assists her in a variety of ways. Wow, she really is the same type as you, Patchy. She has no intention of arguing arguments at all. Well, if that's her intent, it doesn't bother me. That just means I can control the trial as I like. Are you all really fit for this? Now then, just like last time, we'll have a nameless civilian explain the general outline of the incident. I see, so we're treating that annoying red-white as a background character now. I agree with that. No, that's wrong. Oh, okay, nice Danganronpa. They've achieved harmony with their game references. I knew it. These two are equals when it comes to their dance power. Why is their dance power relevant to this trial? I'm impressed. Not just anyone can oppose me when it comes to dancing. I'll return that compliment. I'm surprised you can keep up with the dance skills I've honed through onomatopoeia videos. That's not what she said. That's not what she said at all. Odotomita videos. Onomatopoeia videos. Dancing is what brings beauty to the courtroom. It's an essential skill for both the defense and prosecution. This judge's brain is beautifully empty. Now then, let's call upon the aforementioned background character. A character whose VA role would be placed about second to last in the credits. You can find a lot of accomplished names even later on in the credits too. That's right, don't let the main characters be the only ones who earn your attention. Background characters would probably make for entertaining guests on radio shows. So, I'd like to have that background character make her appearance. Ah yeah, speaking of background characters. She's just grabbed a pillow and threw herself up on the desk. Hurry up and summon me, damn it! Whoa, she got sick of waiting. Come on already, you guys derailed and just never went back. Oh, come to think of it, Alice would always bring us back on track. But she's not here this time. She's our train, so our train looks to be in trouble. Patchy's derailment tactics are already working wonders, eh? No, mistress, this development might be a little bad for her. Huh? Really? Her ridiculous derailment tactics only worked because there was someone to return the trial to its proper course. I hope I'm just worrying too much about this. I see. It seems I'm facing a formidable foe. Geez, you're way out of line if you think you can treat me as a background character. You can't treat the protagonist like that. Seriously, this is super rude. You can't treat the winner of the popularity poll like that. When did this game come out? When did this game come out? Is this factual? It ain't anymore. Well, the winner was actually me. That can't be true. That can't be true. No way. I don't believe it. Was actually me. I don't believe that for a second. Was actually me. It ain't you. Was actually... The one who arrested Mommy Zoe was me, the protagonist. Surely you've caught on by now, right? You know what I'm trying to say. This sure is a wonderful donation box I've got. I see, as always, your sheer annoyedness is enough to tear apart the heavens and the earth. No fill-in for those two? From the bottom of my heart, I'd like to express my sincere regret that you weren't the victim in this incident. Actually, how do you feel about dying right now and making this into a serial murder case? This judge has some real nerve, just like always. Let's not do a serial murder case. That'd make the chapter take 2 days. Good grief, a second day would definitely make me get sick of this game. I'd rather play short games and use the leftover on gacha pulls. The fact that you're using the word pull is proof that you've been corrupted, princess. Jeez, enough talk of all this unrelated stuff. Don't you want to hear the details about the incident? Huh? Not really. Repeat your roles to me out loud, you two! I knew we'd be in trouble without a facilitator. What's gonna happen to this trial? Hey now, neither of them care about the trial! What do they even come here for? Come on, you gotta think about what it's like to be up here chatting this whole time. Who cares? Let's talk about Xenogears. No, I'm still waiting for a complete edition with a properly made disc too. Oh, the hell of waiting for a sequel and rebuying games on the virtual console over and over again. How many more times are we expected to buy Ikaruga? Yeah, it's really depressing. That'll give you something to cry about during my daily wailing. They really don't care about the incident. Maybe I should just go home. That's a new one. I care! I care a lot! I did some investigating after the incident myself, but I'd like to hear the details from someone else as well. Indeed, you're a proper witness right now. So please, fulfill your role as a background character and testify regarding this incident. I sincerely regret that you are not the victim of today's case. You can perish in a serial murder after you're finished. Hey, how's everyone feel about joining forces and killing this judge? I'd love to agree to that, but we've got to start moving things along. Tricks. We're going to waste plenty of time on mindless chatter during the cross-examination anyway. Jeez, come on everyone, take this seriously. My master was killed! I won't just stand by and watch the proceedings. Oh, it looks like Udon will help move things along. I guess we'll probably be able to have a trial after all. Witness, this court asks that after finishing your testimony, you swiftly end yourself with final explosion. I'll be sure to take you with me. Iggy is so dead set on having Reimu just commit unalive. Still no, okay. Adam was fatally stabbed inside her own room in Aante, which was locked. It was a closed room at the time, making this a closed room murder. The murder weapon was the knife found lying at the scene, but no traces of blood were found on it. But more importantly was the DM the victim left. And that's the decisive evidence that led me to arresting Mamizo. Pressing everything advances. Okay. So skip through everything, do a present, and then press everything. Okay. Huh? What? You finished? Princess, please show a little more interest in the incident. Look at how nonchalant she's acting towards the incident. You're truly a formidable foe, Horai-san Kaguya. Is she? I must say that was quite the proper testimony. I'm absolutely shocked considering your previous testimony was complete garbage. I don't remember this. Reimu. I mean, I am the protagonist. Ignore the spin-off games and the Hifu stuff. They don't count. Very well, I'll give you special permission to be exempt from joining the serial murder. I look forward to you being the actual victim of the next case. I can attack you now, right? Attack her while her tail's up. She's gonna counter-attack with her laser. This is a reference to something. Chat, what's this a reference to? Does anyone know? Attack her weak point for massive damage. Well, that's just pretty broad. Oh yeah, by the way, here's Eden's autopsy report. FF7? Wait, what? Really? What boss was that? The first boss? Wasn't the first boss a robot? Like a scorpion? Or was it Death Machine? I don't fucking remember. Oh, it was the scorpion. Oh yeah, by the way, here's Eden's autopsy report. Estimated to have died in the afternoon, died of shock from a stab wound to the abdomen. Virgo, blood type AB, heart? I mean heart. Now hold on a second here. You did one? You did an autopsy? On my master? Goodness, everyone always gets so surprised over the idea of an autopsy. Their standard practice. The weak point one was that infamous E3 showcase with the PS3. Oh, it told you to attack when you shouldn't. Oh. Okay. Anyone who's seen CSI Miami could have told you that. No, 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 this doesn't make sense. Who even performed the autopsy to begin with? Come to think of it, who was it that wrote up the autopsy report last time? You didn't even know? And you accepted it as evidence? Isn't it obvious that we're talking about doctors in Gensokyo? The only one we've got is Yakokoro Eren. So that means the one who performed an autopsy on my murdered master was my murdered master? Well, yeah. Thank you, Goggles, over the resub. Eden is immortal after all. What do you mean she did an autopsy on herself? Thank you, Nickers, over the resub as well. First time sub. Hold on. Yako go to Eden's autopsy report. Kazadev was mental shock from being stabbed in the abdomen with a bladed object. Her intestines are very clean thanks to her daily Yakult intake. It could also be thanks to her activia. Okay. Good grief, you need to calm down, Inaba. Use those eyes of yours to grasp the situation. She's doing, oh, look at her dangling her feet. How's she doing that? Eden is immortal, so even if she's killed, she can still perform autopsies. So she did an autopsy on herself. That's all there is to it. Blackjack did one on himself too. Blackjack performed surgery on himself. Whatever, either way, Eden entrusted us with this evidence. So without a doubt, there must be a break in the case slumbering inside it. You three sure are having a gay old time over there, huh? Flintstones! Flintstones! But too bad for you. Evidence always works out in the defense's favor. So I'll be using that autopsy against you. I want to replay that animation so bad. That's the I'm going to bed right there. Yeah, sure, I don't mind. Bonk. Then why did you tell her to hold it? You really don't get it, do you, Inaba? Good prosecutors always counter every single thing the defense says. By doing that, they make it so pressing doesn't give as much info, meaning the player doesn't get any hints. That's what I learned during my prosecutor exam. What a terrible exam. But it's appropriate in the corrupt government congressional debate tactics sense. Whatever, I don't care, after all. You're going to press everything anyway, aren't you? Like you always do. As the first witness, I'm totally prepared for it. She picked a weird place to direct her enthusiasm. From the bottom of my heart, I wish for nothing more than for you to direct that enthusiasm towards preparing your will. What are these? What is taking out against Rainbow in this fucking game? What do we do, Patchy? Kaguya is probably going to butt in whenever we try to do anything. Knowing she's not a newbie prosecutor, I came full well expecting as much. What's important is that I don't let her interruptions make me lose confidence in myself. Ah, is she going to use that congressional debate tactic where she denies your human integrity? No, silly. There's something far more important than debate tactic present in this courtroom. Now then, shall we get started? The genre's changed once, but now it's back. We'll make the courtroom beautiful in ways Alice couldn't. Popular with kids. Easy on the eyes. Kinda just whoosh. Whoosh. Hugo. Let's have ourselves a courtroom dance battle. Eden's murder. Alright, so first, just in case, you know, let's do this real quick. Ruma. Oh, wrong button. I don't remember how to present. There it is. I can't read that! What does that say? What is that language? I've never seen it before in my life. I can't read! It says your honor. Oh, okay. The witness's testimony contradicts this piece of evidence. What? She stole your presentation. This court cannot permit contradictions. You'll be receiving a penalty. Yeah! Kaguya, you took the blow in my stead. Heh, tis but a scratch. Why is the princess taking penalties for the defense? Shut up, Udon. CPUs and NPCs typically have infinite HP. But you can't let the player catch on to that. That's an ironclad games must follow to be bun. You mean an ironclad rule? Telling us that makes it all go to waste. My vision started to blur. Maybe I went a little too far. Okay, and cut. Good work out there. You're free to go for a brisk walk during a typhoon now. You made us transition from the dark side of games to the dark side of media in general, huh? Alright, now I skip. Hachi, Kaguya is pretty annoying. Iggy! Status! Dead. Oh, did that plumber finally kill one of the Koopalings? Wait, was that supposed to be Iggy the Koopaling? Because that's IGGY for Iggy Koopa, not IGI. Not that Iggy! You know that was a Japanese for, Japanese for objection. Iggy Addy. Yeah. I jumped the gun again. Goodness, killing off a Koopaling? How absurd! Wait to kill him after everyone's uploaded sufficient Super Crown transformation art of him. Pardon? Ayo, what? That trend's already long past. Hachi, she butts in so much we can't even whisper to each other. Oh, she's uninterested in the truth. She's loud and nothing else. She's like the embodiment of a copyright troll. A copyright troll? Let's see, as for how to deal with those. I'll just have to ignore her, right? Yeah, whatever. Could you just hurry up and finish pressing everything? The weapon used to stab it. I object. An immovable objection. I see. I'm not surprised. You're pretty good. Why'd you just take damage, Patchy? Objecting to everything, even with nothing, lets her attack while also maintaining her pride. My countless years of living as a shut-in allowed me to master this awful, despicable attack. Don't say something so sad, princess. In the first place, it's not like Eden would go and die from being stabbed. You never know. Kibagami Gunjiro was killed with a stab in the back after all. I don't know who that is. Yang Wen Li was killed with a single shot to the thigh. Come to think of it, I don't know who that is either. Anything can prove fatal, in other words. Green potato chips are the real stealth killers. Those have never killed anyone, mistress. Taya. Yeah. I see. Ooh. take a break for it while I charm the monster with my dancing, everyone. You're not charming anyone. Patchy, she's... Got a little Hina action in there. Indeed. She's even better at derailing than I am. Guya, Guya, Guya. I won't let you perform a proper cross-examination. Sakuya! She stole Patchy's trademark patented technique! She wiggle her arms. Protagonists often have someone imitate their techniques around the middle of a story. And then the protagonist learns a new technique that surpasses their old ones. It's an old classic. Oh, okay, so Patchy must be in the middle of learning something even better right now. The fact that the scene was a closed room and that a murder occurred... There you are. Makes this a closed room murder. She's activated her dramatically state the obvious technique. Sakuya, was that her new technique? It appears fighting derailment with derailment just took us in a full 360-degree loop. Whatever, just let me talk. Look, I'll tell you about the weapon next. Let's see here. I like this Reimu. It's a kitchen knife, you dumb! Why do they call it kitchen when you kitch in the cold food and kitch out hot eat the food? What? The fuck did I just read? Why do they call it kitchen when you kitch in the cold food and kitch out hot eat the food? Hot get what? Yes, I know the oven and the of out, but kitch out hot eat the food? That's Gee, she stole my chance to say something funny. I knew it. She really is a formidable foe. Why are they firing jokes off at each other in the courtroom? Because they're degenerates. That applies to a lot of you, chat. I guess even Annen's not exempt from death over talking blades, huh? She sure is unexpectedly frail for an immortal. Blade skills don't just ignore immortality. It's possible my master was killed by something else. Come to think of it, I read a hardcore bondage doujin of my favorite character pairing last week. And it was so smoking hot I died! Smoking kills! I didn't get to see her do that. I turned away and she was already in the air. Only you can prevent forest fires. Don't drag Smokey the Bear into this. Also, he says wildfires now. Oh, he would have been nice to have up here in Canada a week or two ago. Let me tell you that. It's just as I feared. Lady Patchley's words don't have their usual edge to them. Sakuya! What's going on? Kaguya keeps stealing Lady Patchley's thunder. Her tactics are even more effective than I anticipated. Oh, is that so? So, Nanoka! You're so nanokawaii, Miss Twist. Oh, that was a terrible line. DM. Dollar menu. Ooh. Dark Magician. I would ask that you both stop shouting the names of DMs all willy-nilly like that. Devil May Cry. That's not DM, that's DMC. DMC. Devil May Cry is DMC, you damn fool. Huh? I thought DMC was Detroit Metal City. Calm down, Patchy. Duel Masters. Calm down, everyone. Dark Schneider. What's even going on anymore? Karl-Heinz Schneider. What do you mean? Jeez, this isn't even a cross-examination anymore. Nintendo 3DM! Wrong. This isn't the time for bad jokes. Shady the Edgeworth. Plus, we switched to working off Dark Schneider. Dream Seal! Yes, DM this, DM that. This DM is the decisive evidence, yes? My hand is going numb. Ugh, yeah, it is. So, like I was saying. And that's the decisive evidence. I didn't even get a word in! Finally, there it is, the instantaneous hold it! Not like I have anything to say, of course. Ah! You're really something. I'm lost. I see. So you used an early hold it to take the steam out of your opponent before she could even begin speaking. What an impressive beyond Godspeed Bato Jutsu. Inaba, this time pivot forward using your right foot and unleash your Tenshiro Yusen. The Tenshiro Yusen isn't a bicycle kick, princess. I can't just choose which foot to do it with. So you're saying you can do it if you don't have to choose, even though you're a gun character. What do you think you are, Jack? Jet? Yep. So nobody cares why I arrested Mamizo then. Yeah, from the bottom of their hearts, I don't think they care at all. This total lack of interest in cross-examining me is ticking me off. So can I go home now? Don't worry, even I'm shocked speechless at how things are going this time. But since you're here, I'd like you to stay. You're the protagonist, aren't you? That's Mama Protagonist to you, Your Honor! Oh, that's Mama Protagonist to you, Your Honor! The curtains are about to rise on a grand story. Where the hero gets sick of the populace and becomes the Demon Lord. Heh. Everyone thinks of grand stories like that in middle school. I'm not trying to make a big deal out of it, but I can't help but notice that Fantasy Trial has a lot of people who want to just go home. Anyway, I'm done summarizing the incident. Eden was stabbed in her room by a kitchen knife. And because of that suspicious Tanuki-themed dying message, I arrested Mamizo. No contradictions or anything, just the facts. For starters, there's something strange about that Tanuki drawing. Come to think of it, Patchy. The message seems like some sort of code, doesn't it? I see a code! It says Tanu instead of Tanuki, so maybe if you remove those letters... Well, it's probably not related to the incident, so let's just ignore it. How do you know it's not related? I expected everyone to be more suspicious of the code in the dying message. I put it there to get some laughs. I'm shocked nobody caught on. But it's true. It really is unrelated to the incident, so there's no need to decipher it. I have to say, we don't have many decisive factors this time around, unlike the previous incident with the China woman. Hey now, every one of those decisive factors was fabricated. Yeah. I want a convincing reason, even if it's made up. It's no good if it's made up, princess. We need to do this right. And use proper evidence to ensure the culprit can't weasel their way out of this. You sure are serious about this, Udong. Well, I got good news for you. On that day, I was actually outside the room and... The star has arrived once again! Kirisomi Marisa? What are you doing here? I told you not to come! I'm enough for this court! I'm enough to fill the protagonist team on my own. We had a hand-to-hand discussion that should have gotten that across to you. Did we now? I don't remember any of that. Well, things were just taking so long to get moving in here, I couldn't help but make my entrance. Me being here is gonna be enough to solve the whole incident after all. The whole incident? Cramps. Are you perhaps saying that you once again? That's right. I witnessed the crime with my own 2 eyes this time too. What? You what? Cramps. The last time I recall you saying everything you witnessed was a lapse in memory. Yeah, little old Marissa made a bit of a blunder. But I'm good to go today, after all. Because I had some Pepperidge Farms goldfish. Goldfish again? Nice callback, Marissa. That was sharp. Mighty sharp. I see. I suppose we'll have to trust you if you have a sponsor. Isn't justice supposed to be impartial? I'm feeling 100 times better than normal thanks to my sponsor power. I could probably beat that famous mouse right now. Though your sponsor power had an even bigger sponsor. You agreed too. Don't you, Patchouli? There it is. Her mighty sign. This was a subtle one though. I'll call it a mighty signet. Marissa saw me committing the murder again this time. I'll try to remember what happened back then, but using Final Fantasy quotes. Oh boy. Oh boy. What to do? Have you lost your way? When that happens, we each have to take a good long look at ourselves. There's always something in the deepest reaches of our heart. Something buried or something forgotten. Remember it. Whatever that is, must certainly be what you're all looking for. Chat, what game is that from? What game is that from? That's a quote, remember. Does anyone know? FF7? Okay. Listen to my story. This may be our last chance. With each passing day, the world finds new and exciting ways to kill a man. Don't blame us. Blame yourself or God. We had no choice. Always, we had no choice. Those are our magic words. We repeat them to ourselves again and again. Who was that? That was FF10? This is sickening. You sound like chapters from a self-help booklet. Shut up. Sit your ass down in that chair and drink your goddamn tea. What was that one from? What was that one from? That's Final Fantasy V? And 7. That one is 7. That's from Sid? Okay. It's not a question of can or can't. There are some things in life you just do. Out of my way, I'm going to see my mother. What's that? What's that one? That's not Seppi Wolf, is it? Surely not. That is Seppi Wolf. Is this from Nibelheim? Is this for the flashback, Nibelheim? It seems like it would be. I don't like your plan, it sucks. Which one's that from? I've been here since the beginning, and I still don't know what the hell's going on. Me? Me? Gongaga! Oh, I love that one's in there. Pain in the ass, forget it. You angry? You angry? Me? Kimari not pass. Kimari? That fight's all anyone ever remembers him for, huh? If you can truly testify about the moment of the crime, that would most certainly make for some conclusive testimony. Crap! They're going to find me out. I had a talk with her to get our story straight, but that Marissa, she's got a big head for the last trial. This is incredible, Princess. It looks like we'll be able to solve the incident right here and now. Gramps, your legacy will live on in this courtroom. The princess is totally enraptured with the memories of that old man. She shouldn't have had us scald him then. I have to do something to get Marissa to make a secret agreement with me again. But we're in the middle of a trial right now. I don't have any way to... Patchy, that black and white's here again. Wait, you're just going to do the same thing as before and get her to leave, aren't you? Come on, don't say it like that. At least try to keep it a secret. I mean, it's obvious why you've been holding that evidence since the start of the chapter. Now then, this court would ask that you testify about the moment of... Hold on a second now. There ain't no need to rush. Look, the courtroom's tense like always. Listen to the voices of the spectators. Can't you hear it? Can't you hear the tension in their voices? Mixing an oolong tea at a drink bar usually makes the result taste worse, doesn't it? I went into a restaurant once and just drank water for 5 minutes until they switched over to the lunch menu. Who cares? Let's talk about Tokimeki Memorial. Ah, that brings back memories. That was my first time getting friend-zoned. Oh, what game is that? Listen to them buzzing like bees up there. What, are we reenacting B-movie today or something? So I'm gonna chill the room with my testimony. The granddaddy of all dating sims. Don't tell me. However, your testimony about the anxieties of growing old was quite the shock to my soul, I must admit. Won't another testimony like that just make everyone here more tense? Yeah, little old Marissa made a bit of a blunder. So today I'll testify about something totally worthless and of no value instead. I see. Well, very well, this court permits your testimony as long as it remains pointless chatter. That's quite the line. Are you watching, Gramps? Whop. Now then, this court would ask that Kiristami Marisa testify. The theme will be thoughts on this season's anime. Oh God, what anime was airing when this game came out? Well, we're about to find out right now. Still no update for them. The biggest perk is that it's chock full of slice of life, so you don't gotta spend any stamina watching it. It sucks that all the serious anime is just dark with no substance though. They're not putting forth their full potential. The gag anime's funny, but it's all kind of the same. I think differentiating them is gonna be an issue down the line. There ain't much action or mecha stuff this season. Viewers are gonna want some easy to watch shows to fill the gap moving forward. There's a surprising amount of competition in the morning block. They got a lot of stuff for both kids and adults in there. Huh? What was it called again? Word? Word? I see. Hearing that made me realize something. Hachi? Other people's opinions on anime are totally worthless! True! I did say I was gonna talk about something worthless and of no value. That sounded really vague because you didn't name any names, but I think we're all picturing some anime in our heads right now. And that last statement was rather peculiar this time, too. Yep, you got it. There it is. Her Mari Sinette. She skillfully snuck her demand into that anime talk. That was really mighty sharp. How very Mari subtle of her. Maybe I should stop. Yeah. If we're having an anime discussion, there's no way I, of all people, can just sit here and watch. You're over the old man now, princess. Nappa's dead! He's gone, Udonge! I've gotta say, if that was enough to kill him, the Saiyans are in real danger of going extinct. Who's gonna tell her? Well, I had no idea a sudden anime discussion could do so much to soothe the human soul. Look up at the spectator stands. Everyone is sharing their opinions on anime with each other. I don't care if he's not the best. I keep Frog in my party anyway because he's cool. I'm not buying another Pokemon game until they acknowledge Nuzlocke as a valid style of play. Stop catering to the children. Holy shit. She was eating curry a second ago. Why is it spaghetti now? What are you talking about? Who cares? Let's talk about the tracks that were on the Undertale OST that didn't appear in the game. Humans will argue about anime for eternity, after all. Tsukihime animation error. Oh, okay. Plus, these days, people throw in discussions about staff like directors and voice actors, which accelerates the chaos even further. Wasn't Tsukihime a visual novel? Like originally? The spectators are already denying the anti-war views anime are putting forth. Oh, I didn't get time to read what she was saying there. Most VNs don't translate well to animes, I find. Pretty rare you get a good one. Hold on now, we can't go having this pointless argument in the middle of testimony. Let's have it during the cross-examination instead. So it's fine then. Yeah, you're right, anime discussions ought to follow the rules. That's what helps everyone foster good relations with one another. That's so corny. Now then, defense! This court would ask that you please begin your cross-examination. Can we stop calling these cross-examinations? You know what's a good anime, chat? I forget the name of it. Hold on, let me Google it real quick. Anime where they go to Antarctica. That should help me find it. Yeah, a place further than the universe. Sora yori mo toibasho. That show is very good. I'd recommend that. Okay. Thoughts on this season's anime? The biggest perk is that it's chock full of slices. Okay, so we're doing. I know where to present, so we're just gonna press everything. That reminds me, I've got a question. Does the Girl Zoo anime count as slice of life? What do you mean, Girl Zoo anime? What? You talking about Kimono Friends? I have to assume that's what you mean. Dude, Kimono Friends is such a weird cultural, like, hit. Because I watched the first episode of that and I was like, what the fuck is this? But it omega popped off. Like, insane. But I couldn't stand watching it because I did not like the style at all. I couldn't do it. But holy shit did it pop off. More importantly, how many male characters should be allowed to exist in the Girl Zoo anime? 0. You can't lump all male characters in the Girl Zoo anime together. The guy who made it did everything he could to make it great, and then they just tossed him out. What do you mean they tossed him out? What do you mean they tossed him out? Some people are of the opinion that fathers, grandfathers, and so on don't count. Well, they get a pass. Because if there's a father or a grandfather in the picture, it means it's a happy family. And everybody likes happy families in their slice of lives. Alright? I think you gotta measure whether or not they've got a chance of getting involved with the heroines. Dads and granddads are fine, but big brothers shouldn't even exist in the cast. What if you assign the older brother a partner outside of the cast of heroines beforehand? Then you can simply use him as a model male, or to show off how his generation was different. Wow, I've never seen such a lively debate in here. I agree with Aiki there, actually, I do. If you remove any possibility of romantic interest with the older male character by giving them a significant other, there's a lot you can do with that character for role model purposes, and that's a good thing. But at a glance, it doesn't look like they're refuting each other's statements. In fact, everyone's just waiting for a place to chime in and spout their own agenda. I won't lose. This battle. It sucks that all the serious anime is just dark with no substance. That's a tough topic. Characters typically get forced into unfair situations all the time in serious anime. Just a little bit of foreshadowing is enough to let you predict everything that's going to happen. Putting characters in tough situations does force characters to act serious, but it's incredibly difficult to both meet expectations and betray predictions. Yeah, but there's one thing I don't want you to forget. At the end of the day, anime is there for your amusement. What's most important is whether it's interesting. Indeed, that certainly is a very important factor. Sakuya, what's it mean when a kids show has deep themes? I'm afraid I'm quite clueless on all this, but there certainly are a lot of those. Such shows are likely to come about when you insert them themes unsuitable for children. You know, when you take a close look at anime that put their themes into words, they don't really make you feel it all that much. Saying stuff about friendship out loud just makes it look like you're flirting. That's true. This topic really is dangerous. We're going to keep talking forever. Let's put this on hold for the time being and continue at a diner later tonight. Patchouli knowledge has already touched the doorknob. That's why it's important to show and don't tell, you know. Sometimes themes completely lose their meaning when you have to, like, spell them out. Gag anime always seems to follow whatever trends are popular, don't they? Oh, this game right now. You'll always end up just part of the crowd if you chase trends with your gags. Not bowing exclusively to trends and using tons of old gags alongside them. Shady Trials sure is amazing. Praising your own game is cringe, Patchy. Anyone would want to have self-soothe a little after being told their gags are old this many times. Yeah, you said it. The moment you steer away from whatever's trending, everyone starts calling you old-fashioned. Just like this game! Not to mention with how quickly trends change these days, it can be difficult to even make your gags work at all. It sure is risky making comedy these days. And as a result, you end up filling your product with staple gags that everyone already knows. That right there explains the standardization of the gag genre. What an intense back and forth. I wish we could have discourse like this all the time. You're just debating anime. The business world as a whole prefers low-risk patterns. One result of going for low-risk series is that a lot of manga that got anime adaptations have gained their own popularity. Yeah, but you know, when I see manga adjusting their plots to match what the anime wants, it makes me wish they'd just stop worrying and do their own thing. Everything takes money though, so it's unavoidable. Action anime in particular can be rather high risk if they invest into a high frame count. Even with 3D on the rise, it still has a way to go in terms of cost. But viewers need to do away with that attitude of nitpicking animation. I wish you'd display this earnest side of you during the trial, Patchy. What are you talking about? This is during the trial. Oh, right. The testimony's just gone off the rails. I'm a fan of mecha stuff, personally. I'm not. I'm looking forward to seeing what series ends up in the next Super Robot Wars. Yeah, same. No matter what happens, I'll keep waiting for Hiwa War Chronicles to make an appearance. Tokusatsu stuff seems to be trying pretty hard. You're right, this might be a discussion about anime, but that doesn't mean we should overlook Tokusatsu. Tokusatsu. Oh, I want to say names so badly. There's more to the Morning Block than just Sunday too. You gotta make sure to check out what Saturday's got cooking. You can't make light of the nostalgic Showa era anime they always air in the morning either. I would always watch anime specials while doing my homework during summer vacation. Me too! You never get anywhere in your homework like that though. This sounds like a class reunion. I've totally nailed my goal of chilling out the room. Even after living 500 years, there are a lot of kids shows that still resonate with me. That's because many of them take from universal themes, so they garner a response from all generations. That makes sense. Girls aspire to be princesses no matter the generation they're from, after all. You're missing a word there, Hakanai. Come at me, Twitter feminists! Just stop picking fights out of nowhere, Patchy. Word. Word. You can do it with your mother. You can do it with your brother, your uncles, or your aunts. Yeah, it's very, very spunky. You can do it with a monkey or an ant hill full of ants. Doesn't matter if you're clunky. You'll be hip and you'll be funky when you dance in smarty pants. What are you all singing? I'm unsure how many readers will be able to read between the lines to recognize that song. Chat heard the word funky and immediately activated a single neuron. That word is deeply ingrained in some people. It's like, you know, a response to trauma. Woo, sorry, I just can't remember what it's called. It must have been a bit of amnesia or something. Amnesia? She's trying to raise her special attack. No, Tay, it's special defense. What was that book's name? It was like, you know, word. Wait, Hakanai, she didn't get corrected. She didn't get corrected. Were you wrong? Were you wrong? Or is somebody gonna correct her in the next text box? Word something. JP does say special attack. Well, amnesia is special and special defense, not special attack. Never once has amnesia specified special attack. Resident Evil 2? Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, that's wrong. Amnesia in Gen 1 is special up, and amnesia beyond that is special defense up. Ooh, dance in the smarty pants! I'm going to leave it. Okay. This is definitely the most heated discourse we've ever had in here. That just shows that everyone has their own thoughts on the latest anime. And they're using the cross-examination to express their need for validation. Well, if she played Gen 1 only, she wouldn't have specified special attack. She would have just said special, because Gen 1 only had one special stat. Special attack and special defense for one thing, which is fucking absurd when you think about it. Fucking Alakazam running around with 145 like base special attack, but since it's two stats, he's got like Chansey special defense on it. It's like, what? But among the testimony, there's just one section where I'm not seeing anyone express that need. There's clearly another need being expressed though. I, the great Patchy, shall fulfill that need with evidence. Do you even need the hint conversations anymore? I find it funny how this game will spit a reference at me and I'll be like, ugh. But then it'll like get something wrong and it'll be like, actually it's this. I have a very select, specific select amount of knowledge to pull from when it comes to video games. It just so happens that every now and again that knowledge is correct. Ruma. Your Honor, can we talk about that subject? You know, the topic of which anime served as the basis for these gags? Well, absolutely not. Wow, even asking about addressing it earned you a penalty. No matter what evidence you've got, there are just some things in the world of fanworks you can't touch upon. I will respectfully bear that in mind. Got it? Did you hear that, player? All the player did was present evidence, Patchy. They didn't know this would happen. That's the thing in mystery games, don't you know? It's like pocket sand, but instead of sand, you're just like, oh yeah, I'll pay my bill, and then you just chuck Ruma at them. You just chuck Ruma at them. Hey, Marissa, you can have this book. Oh, thanks. Well, I didn't actually see the moment of the crime. What? Again? Now I think about it, I was watching both the Conan special and the Lupin special in 2 windows that day. My head must have gotten jumbled up, making me of some sort of misunderstanding. This is way past the point of a misunderstanding. Looks like little old Marissa made yet another blunder. I see. So you were watching the Conan special, the Lupin special, and the Lupin special in 2 windows at once. Just watch Conan versus Lupin at that point. It's Lupin versus Conan, Patchy. Huh? What? Was that bribery just now? Could you just do that in here? Oh, my sweet summer child. I understand your concern, but it's not uncommon for witnesses to complain about sudden faults in their memory. It's especially likely to occur after evidence gets presented, in fact. Okay, fine, but just look at this. Evidence holds all the power in court, Udonge. In other words, we need to present evidence of more value than that word-smart one-line book. And the outcome of this duel was decided from the moment we didn't bring any. No, stop trying to join on this bribery battle, princess! Just as I'd expect from a prodigy who passed their prosecutor exam on their first try. Your body has given you an inherent understanding of how this trial works from the very beginning. This entire game is contempt of court. So with all that settled, I'm gonna head home. Smell you later. Bye, people, bye. It appears our witness has fled once again. Aren't we going to chase after her? Nah, there's no need. After all, this makes it clear who the true protagonist is. I see. I see why everyone wants you dead. Whew, I managed to get Marissa off my back again. You're gradually whittling down the library's stock of books in this process, though. It's fine, I treat that one like it was a book, but in reality it was a drama CD. I guess those used to be super common, huh? With our key witness having escaped, it seems our deliberation has returned to square one. All we've done so far is just make small talk anyway. Going back to square one is both literally and figuratively the same as circling back around to the start. Let's do a triangle next. This isn't how it works, princess. Everyone always says they'll be by your side forever, then goes to study overseas. I have no idea where this logic is going. You truly are a tough one, Kaguya. What's worse is that she doesn't care about the truth like you. Oh, well, I've avoided doing so up until now since it's awful plain, but I suppose we'll have the defendant testify. Shouldn't that be the first person you call? Mailing had a whole previous case to accept that this is how it happens. She was the defendant in the last one. Now then, please state your name and occupation. Witness? I'm Futatsuiwa from Sado. Hold on, haven't you all forgotten someone? What's the meaning of this? Listen up, everyone. Shamima Aya has made her grand appearance. And she's been reborn as new media. Yikes! You weren't called as a witness from this trial. Why are you here? Jeez, don't be so mean. We settled on a pattern last time. Reimu talks first, then Marissa flees. And then I show up to advertise my paper. Thank you for the raid, Christian. Yikes! So this is one of those newspaper solicitation things. I heard that practice died out. That's why we have it here in Gensokyo. Hold on now. It was my turn too. Don't you worry about that. You can testify and I can advertise. Our interests won't conflict. Thank you for the resub, Yo-Yo. Don't be ridiculous. The court is no place to advertise. It's not a place for chit-chat either. Advertise goldfish as much as you like. This statement was made without the permission of Pepperidge Farms. I anticipated this negative response. Didn't you hear what I said when I made my entrance? I believe you said you had been reborn as new media or something to that nature. Precisely, or even more precisely, the Boom Boom Mountain newspaper has been reborn. Go on, take a look at my newspaper's new format. What are you doing? Whoa! Okay. It's good, You know what sucks when it's warm in your room is that your water hits room temperature earlier. And it's not that good. Stupid. Stinky. Did you do something? Army? And you? Here? What? This voice. I am now speaking directly inside your heads. That's a rather impressive trick, you know. But this is quite the lowbrow purpose for it. Indeed, using technology for things nobody asked for is fantastic and all. But you have to do it without being a nuisance. Nuisance? That's certainly rude. People of this era want to hear their paper, not read it. So allow me to dictate an article directly into your heads. No! This morning, an elderly man from Taito Prefecture was found dead in his futon. Don't start off with the obituaries. Good grief. That's enough of that, Tengu. I'm finally up on the stand, so I want to give this testimony thing a try. I can feel her strong character aura. That's by Mommy-mon, tummy pocket and all. Everyone knows she'd only be able to headbutt stuff without it. Heh. But I have to advertise my new format. Well, given how crazy this trial is, why don't we compromise on this? You can advertise between my lines of testimony. Wow, really? Another chaotic proposition. 2 witnesses testified at once isn't anything new for us anyway. From this point onward, let's call any testimony with 2 or more witnesses a mass panic testimony. You're seriously going to use the word panic to name a legal procedure? I get it now. My goal felt a little vague before, but I see now that the prosecutor is supposed to get the defendant a guilty verdict. Oh, how earnest of you, princess. But first we need to determine whether the defendant actually committed the murder. Geez, Udon, I bet you're great at parties. I'll give the defendant a guilty verdict. That's right. I'll ensure Patchouli gets a guilty verdict. I'm not the one on trial. Princess, the defendant is Mamizo. Huh? Really? Well, whatever. In that case, I'll give Patchouli a guilty verdict. Are you listening? Always stick to your guns. Wow, she really is just as off the walls as you are, Patchy. I guess if you bounce off the walls enough times, you'll hit the right target eventually. What a formidable foe indeed. I'll have to be on my guard. Alright, that's enough of that. I don't care. Please begin your testimony, you two. Yes, ma'am. My advertising won't let you down. Good grief. Oh god, double testimony. Why I was arrested / new media. The reason I was arrested was because of that drawing of a tanuki, yes? Here comes the Boom Boom Modern newspaper. Now you're playing with power. I've got no relation to the murder weapon nor any motive. I don't see why I was even indicted to begin with. Here comes the Boom Boom Modern newspaper. We can play it on my Nintendo Entertainment System. Besides, shouldn't you be looking at the folks who were actually present at the scene as your potential culprits? Max capacity 2 megabytes. Okay. At this point, you should have just made your entire testimony Nintendo only. Always aim for a narrow demographic when advertising. Everyone knows that. Also, those slogans are too dated. Play the whole trial today? Okay. Guess I'll die. It's because there aren't as many game commercials these days. The advertising mixed into that testimony certainly mitigated how diligent it would have been. Yeah, you gotta remember to take it easy. You could eat shit. I can't remember how to say it. You could eat shit today. Anyway, I said what I wanted to say. I may be going along with this for the novelty, but I'm still disagreeing with how I was indicted. I can't picture Mamizo as the culprit either. I mean, that Tanuki drawing is literally the only thing connecting her to this. Yeah, she might be totally unrelated to the crime, in which case, let's blame it all on Patchouli. She? Me? She wasn't talking about the SNES, she was talking about the NES. It's the prosecutor's job to attack the defense, and getting you a guilty verdict is the strongest attack there is. Let's set fire to the prosecutor exam venue, Patchy. Arson can come after the attempted ambush. We'll prioritize the cross-examination for now. So arson's still on the table. Let's hit up wherever they do judge exams while we're at it. Go on, cross-examine all you want. After all, I'll hit you with a counter each and every time. Hey, don't phrase it like my testimony is revenge bullets that exist just to get reflected. Bring it on. Believe it or not, I've got more experience in court. I know just how to throw trials into chaos. I should have known chaos was your goal. I'll reflect each and every one of those revenge bullets and redirect them at the true culprit. Flippy. This China woman. Patchy! Alright. I don't know the objective for this one. It wasn't, like, immediately thrown into my face. So I'm just gonna press everything start. That's right, in other words. Oh, that's the best one. It's all Patchouli Knowledge is doing. It's the Tengu. It's the Tengu's doing. Yeah, it's the fate of a Tengu to get blamed for stuff. I'm used to it. Good grief, you're really insisting on using your nonsense logic to pin this on me, aren't you? You won't cancel me that easily. You know, from the way Mamizo's talking, I don't think she's actually seen the DM yet. Well, yeah, you don't see that many dominant masochists. You're the first person I've ever seen interpret DM like that before. I see, so Mamizo hasn't actually seen the scene of the murder yet. This is a critical factor to consider. But it is not like we have any photos of the scene. Ah, photos. Think about who those two are why those two are testifying together. There must be a gameplay reason for it. Gameplay reason. Now then, allow me to transmit a jingle directly into your brains. No! My neck. Stop trying to get our money. Go set up a card skimmer and an ATM machine or something, you rotten Tengu. The M in ATM already stands for machine, Patchy. An ATM machine. It's like rip in peace. I heard that it's fine to say it either way. People will understand. Oh, so it's like how everyone says LCD display. Do they? That's right, you're so knowledgeable, mistress. I see, so the wrong version got used, or pin number. Yes, that's true, pin number's one. So the wrong version got used so much it became the new standard. In other words, it's all Patchouli's doing. For all intents and purposes, that is. What a blatant play for laughs. The defendant is Mamizo, so this is a moot point. Hey, hold on. I'm supposed to be advertising my paper right now. Play your word games later and let me have free reign for a bit. We could care less about your advertising. If you little girls don't behave, I'll play It's a Small World in your heads on loop. Eep! Anything but that! Come now, that's enough. My testimony is up next. Ska. Let's hear what the one who did the arresting had to say. Well, how do you explain this? I arrested her based off my protagonist's intuition, of course. That sounds about right. I knew your reason would be lacking. In fact, let's forget lacking. I hesitate to even call it a reason at all. I see. So you don't need a reason to indict someone, huh? I henceforth file suit against every living being besides myself. Please don't become a copyright troll on us, princess. Nah, everyone knows copyright trolls are too cowardly to pick that many fights. If that's your game, I suppose I am a defense attorney, so allow me. To save every defendant in the world. Protecting defendants is already the job of a defense attorney, Patchy. Are you all finished? Now then, have a gander at my advertising dance. Here comes the Boom Boom Moon newspaper. We can play it on my Nintendo Entertainment System. But I've only got a Famicom at home. It's The Legend of Zelda, and it's really rad! Oh, not the commercial. Link's Awakening was Link's adventure. Zelda's not even in the game. That'll turn into a side-scrolling action game, Patchy. Those commercial songs from back in the day are still living in your heads rent-free, right, everyone? Come on, everybody, sing the rest of it for me. Those creatures from Ganon are pretty bad. Octorok, Tektites, Levers too. With your help, our hero pulls through. They're trying to track me down. They say they want to bring me in guilty. Hey, who's stuck in a verse from Bob Marley's I Shot the Sheriff? I'm shocked you recognized it without the chorus. gotta be careful not to write too many lyrics, though. Come at me, Rhea! I wish I could judge them in court! I'd like it if you deliver a judgment for my trial first, actually. I mean, you say that, but we were busy at the time of the murder. We poked around for 3 hours while we waited at the front gate. You're getting a lot of mileage out of this wordplay, aren't you? You did nothing but poke around the front gate of your own house for 3 hours? You must have been really bored. I'm kind of sensing a misunderstanding here. I can't believe everyone danced for 3 hours straight when we didn't even order Grubhub. Oh. Is that a reference to that fucking cursed Grubhub commercial? There's no way that was in the game originally. That had to be you who put that in there. Ain't no fucking way that was in there naturally. But now that you mention it, I was so focused on my own dancing, I don't actually know if everyone else kept dancing the whole time. You're right. It's possible that one of us could have slipped away without anyone noticing. Everyone did kind of dance themselves stupid. For as long as I continue to live in this world, I'll forever be unable to lose a dance-off. Thank you, Yo-Yo, for gifting the sub. I should learn how to dance too. Maybe I'll ask Patchy to teach me sometime. I wonder what your dance sound effect would be like, mistress. Now then, behold the magnificent Aya dance of this Tengu. You won't defeat me! Whoa! Just what goes on in those heads of yours? What do we do, Patchy? I still want to kill her! I didn't mean to skip forward. You can't just go saying that. You have to say defeat. Beat, conquer, and trounce all work as euphemisms too. I think we're a little too late to be worried about our language, Patchy. Anyway, the key here is going to be Mamizo's testimony. I bet something big will happen if we show her what she wants to see. Your Honor, the defense is having a whispered hint conversation. Whisper? I don't even know her! I see. A whispered hint conversation would be an unthinkable sight at a real trial. This entire trial is unthinkable. Indeed, there's more than a floppy. That's more than a floppy can hold. If only the Famicom disk system could have adopted floppies. But if you got a super disk, then you're good to go. All these small capacities just serve to make the Neo Geo's 100 Megashock slogan sound better. So, just what does this max capacity have to do with your newspaper? Well, you see, you can fit quite a lot of text into 2 megabytes. Like the text in my newspaper, I can transmit directly into your brains on a daily basis. You'd probably hit the data limit with a single image. Speaking of images, did you take a picture of the crime scene, Tengu? Oh, you mean in the DM? Of course I did. I'm going to put it front and center in my paper and force my readers to participate in a contest to solve the message. You're totally using this brain transmission thing as a method of intimidation, huh? Well, then you might as well submit it as evidence. If you don't prove useful to us then, you'll lose your very reason to exist. I do want to maintain my existence so I can advertise again later. Oh, don't worry about that. You're certainly unforgettable. In a bad way. Anyway, this court will accept the photo as evidence. A message Adam wrote in blood features a drawing of a tanuki, hence why Mamizo was arrested. This evidence makes for a nice bullet. All that's left now is to load up my truth bullet, trigger focus mode, and shoot the red truth. You're thinking of a class trial, Patchy. And wait a second, red truths are Umineko. If you've never seen this done before, then allow me to show you. No, just close your eyes and focus on the voice of my heart. And by that, I mean my advertising. No, that's wrong. I won't submit to your intimidation. What do we do, Patchy? I want to kill her. Here it comes. Just breaks her neck. Alright. Now the presentation. Ruma. Mommy Zoe, your testimony contradicts this evidence. And it contradicts this evidence too. Princess, why are you helping the defense? I mean, this is a staple, isn't it? You know, it's the cliche thing when your former enemy works with you to defeat your current one. No, it's way too early for that. I knew you were a formidable foe, but I had no idea you were such a reliable one, too. While it's certainly an exciting development, I can't get behind such careless use of it. Using it inappropriately will only serve to harm the standing of the rival character. Therefore, I ask that the defense and prosecution save their co-op scene for later. Alright, let's save it for the second half of the last case then. Don't you dare go and lose to anyone besides me before then. You two are enjoying this way too much. Alright. I can't read that shit. That's way too close. I can't read that. Yo, after images. Dying message! Oh, she began shouting nonsense words like they were a special move. Mom, I'm hungry! Make me some food! I can't believe it. She threw that pillow down, didn't make a single noise, and then suddenly, she sleep. Princess, your human failure is showing. Space Ripper stingy eyes! What is this sudden shouting all about? You haven't seen any photos of the crime scene, have you, Mommy Zoe? Here, this is the photo of the scene that Tengu submitted just now. Photos are truly fated to become crucial evidence in criminal investigations. Oh, alright. Let's see. This is the DM left at the scene. Domestic metamorphosis! Stop shouting random DMs like that, like they're special attacks, Patchy. I see. Come to think of it, that DM was some sort of code, wasn't it? There are a bunch of letters written alongside the Tanuki drawing, but Tanuki, Tanu, it's missing the key. So you have to read it without any of the K and the I's but I can't see the image. Maybe if I remove those letters. Oh. Nope, I don't get it. Not one bit. Then what was that spin for? Solving codes during a deliberation certainly has become a common staple. To be quite honest, I too am beginning to lose my understanding of what a trial even is. You're right. You don't solve codes during real trials. Normal trials don't even have codes to begin with. I'll write up an article and have my readers solve it right away then. Whoever solves it first will win a super luxurious cruise around Atami Prefecture. Oh, and the winner will be kept anonymous. And that's how I get them. Your work here is done, Crow. Return to the skies from whence you came. You've lived long enough. No, too long. Return to the earth. An updated version of the evidence image. I'm assuming you just sent me the image, right? So I can actually like look at it. Okay. I'm the hint, Tanu. Okay, hold on, chat. I'm gonna solve this right now. Okay, so I have to remove every K and every I. I don't know what number that. I don't know what letter that is. Is that an L? L-O-C-A. Laka? L. It's capital I. I-Z. What the? Fuck it. Fuck it, I'm done. I'm done solving it. I'll let the game solve it for me. Nope. Let the game can solve it for me. Demanded I leave again, are you? Well, whatever. I got my advertising in. The game will never address it again? Oh, for fuck's sakes. Okay. Alright, so I have to not read any combination of K-I. So... that's a K, and that's like an L. D-R-A-H. Hard. The word at the bottom is hard. Okay. N-G-S. N-G-S. What? N-G... The top word is L-O-C-A. The second word is L-Z. That's it. L-Z. The fuck? What is this supposed to say? The only thing I can read is at the bottom is it says hard. H-A-R-D. I can't even tell if that's like an L. L-O-C-A. Laka. Laka. What the fuck does it say? I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I couldn't care less about the trial turns out, so good luck. What the hell does it say? I give up. I can't read that shit. Now then, I'll leave you with something to exceed my compulsory newspaper attack. It's my, did you know that Gensokyo has no broadcasting regulations? Attack! Boomer newspaper out of the court record. The embodiment of old media that doesn't know when to give up, only good for its forecoma. Am I gonna read another Conan man? Okay, let's read it. She finally stooped to using Gensokyo's setting to justify her actions. Doraemon! What? 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 What is he? The fuck? What is he doing? What's his thumb doing in there? Okay. Why isn't the judge in here? Whatever. Reporter of fantasy whose paper isn't selling well lately. Now she's just a handy character who takes pictures and gives hints. Having freedom to broadcast doesn't give her the right to invade her personal brain space. I'm not going to sit here idle if she starts running ads in her broadcast. Aya's walking straight down the path of detestable old media. Goodness, I want to kill her. Witness, you've been silent for a bit now. Is something the matter? Unforgivable. Oh? What's unforgivable? I can forgive everything else, but... A Tanuki would never say Tanu. That's absolutely unforgivable. You're totally right, Usa. Animals aren't Pokemon. Hugo. Never thought you'd get caught up like that. I suppose everyone carries darkness in their hearts that can't be understood by others. Nah, she's just taking Tanu as an insult. Hey, who was it that wrote this? Was it the real culprit? It's a dying message, so certainly the defendant wrote it. As if she wrote it. You can't write all that while dying. Huh? Really? Why are you surprised, princess? I mean, Aiden's immortal after all. She could write that no problem. Her immortality perk makes everything go to waste again! Hey, put this nonsense to rest and deliberate properly. I want to know who the real culprit is. Wow, what an incredible power level. Inaba, you might as well check her power level with your scouter too. I want to pay tribute to Gramps, even if it's just a little. I think it'll just rub salt in the wound, if anything, but I'll do it. Huh? What's the matter? Is your scouter an old model that likes to explode? No, it's just that now that I'm looking at the courtroom through my scouter, I'm detecting Master's blood in here. What? Inaba, where is it coming from? It's coming from Patchouli's pocket. It says localizing is hard. Oh, that's what it says. So it wasn't 4 individual words. I was supposed to read the whole thing. It's like, what the fuck is loca? So that's what the capital I's were supposed to be for. I could only find the last word. Coming from Patchouli's pocket. Oh my. What's this bloody knife doing in here? Bloody knife added to the court record. A knife totally covered in Aiden's blood. Obviously the murder weapon. That knife. That's clearly the weapon used to kill Aiden! This is another piece of decisive evidence. What's going on? We haven't seen this knife before. Don't just bring it out during the trial. At least wipe the blood off first. Who cares? Let's talk about Big Bad Beetleborgs. Does the fact that they reused some of the costumes for Power Rangers make them canon? Sakuya, this is bad. Patchouli's got the murder weapon on her. Yes, this certainly is bad. Everyone is going to direct their suspicion at Lady Patchouli once again. I totally forgot I hadn't disposed of that knife and was just carrying it around with me. Well, I should have given it to Sakuya before the trial or something. Patchy. Now what happens? Calm down, Mailing. There's no proof that this weapon was used to commit the crime yet. No, I think the blood is going to make it pretty hard to talk your way out of this. I see. So you did it, Patchouli. The timing's too convenient for any of this to be just a coincidence. But don't fret, this is a courtroom. I'll be sure to follow the rules while I get you a guilty verdict. So it really was all Patchouli's doing. I was the one who said it first. Gooya, gooya, gooya. Can't we just say it was me? Huh. Everyone wants to be my enemy, huh? Oh, the misery! Everybody wants to be my enemy! But this won't be enough to defeat me. Not unless you can present me with my biggest weakness, a 300 million yen winning lottery ticket. Hey, I'm pretty weak to that too. Now isn't the time to try to profit, Patchy. So Patchouli is the true culprit. Thinking back with that as the premise, a lot of things begin to... Ah! Her eyes! Eek! Udon's eyes got all shrewd! Everyone says this is because of her eyes. What the fuck happened to her? She opened them. Huh? Are you from Chiba, Udon? People use that as their nickname. Come on, let's not go discussing real places. Your Honor, I'd like to testify for a spell. About my theory that Patchouli is the culprit. I'll assist you. Scary. Shiba is scary. Good grief, treating me somewhat as a culprit with no evidence whatsoever. That's not something you ought to do. Well, if you have any complaints, you can express them during your cross-examination. I certainly can't imagine this bloody knife getting overturned as evidence, though. Very well, if you want to blame me for this that badly, then I'll pull out my forbidden move. Whoa. I henceforth file suit against every living being besides myself. You copyright troll. Patchouli culprit theory. Ah, PCT. With that bloody knife she's got, the culprit could only be Patchouli, no? It seems she could have made it into the room by warping or whatnot after all. Patchouli had all the time in the world to kill Eden while she was waiting. And making that Tanuki say, Tanu, you aren't deserving of the name Knowledge. Let me just say this out of the gate. A lot of people here in Gensokyo can warp. She can. Huh? There are people that can't? Oh, I didn't realize that was a protagonist skill. Whoops, how inconsiderate of me. Statement for the next murder victim aside, what the defendant is saying certainly does make sense. In a sense. Now that you mention it, back when we danced, we left our friends behind. Patchouli was the one who started first. Oh, you're right, she did start dancing first. And she baited the rest of us into dancing too. She forced everyone to dance. She didn't even use crescendo. While even supposing there are others who can warp. You're not going to be able to talk your way out of the fact that you had the murder weapon on you. That sounds like a challenge. But Batchy, how in the world are you going to make an excuse for having the bloody murder weapon in your pocket? I think that's going to be, well, impossible. Good grief. What have you seen me do in this court so far, Mailing? Violence, intimidation, bribery, derailing, and all sorts of other tyranny. A desperate situation is the perfect situation for a turnabout. Sure, I may not be able to disprove the fact that I had the bloody murder weapon, but I'll just take that idea and patchouli it. Patchouli it? In other words, rather than making it so I didn't have the weapon, I'll just make up a natural situation for me to have possessed it. What do you mean? How are you going to do that? I can't pull off such a feat alone, of course. The friends I've made along the way, Papa's got your back. The countless bonds I've formed. I'm rooting for you, Patchouli. The souls of the perished. Kenshiro, this radiation seriously hurts. Open the door. All of them will give me the help I need. Get him, Patchy. For everyone's sake, I won't lose. Come, let's forge a path. Me and... everyone except Hugo! Hugo. Huh? Well, why are you leaving Hugo out? Alright, there's only 4 statements, but you know. Here we go. Oh-ho, in other words, you're suspecting me because I was holding the bloody murder weapon then. In other words, that's a decisive factor. I can't help but agree. So me holding the murder weapon is a decisive factor in determining me to be the culprit? This statement is of the utmost importance. Your Honor, the defense requests for this statement to be added to the testimony. So you want the part about the murder weapon determining the culprit to be added? Yes, and Principal Skinner. Yes. 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 trying to nail it. Yes. Yes. Localized entirely within your kitchen. Yes. And how does that differ from the current testimony? May I see it?
No. Superintendent Chalmers, I hope you're ready for an unforgettable luncheon.
You can't say the same thing twice. Come on, why not?
Superintendent Chalmers, I was just doing some isometric exercises. Stretching those calves, you know?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead then. I thought we were having steamed clams.
No, I said steamed hams.
Yeah, so you call them steamed hams, despite the fact that they are obviously grilled.
Wow.
Very well, please add a statement to your testimony, witness. Huh? Add what? Huh? What? Why?
Patented Skinner Burger is old family recipe.
Okay, it skipped it, so... Again, a lot of people here in Gensokyo can warp. Yeah, I mean, anyone can. Oh, sorry, I forgot that it was the protagonist skill again. A protagonist privilege, even. It's my ability. In other words, I'm so sorry I was born with something so cool. Gone are the days of just being able to job change to become a hero. What's the name of your ability? It definitely can't be Friend Guard. You've got no friends to guard. That's Clefairy's hidden ability. I forget what it does, but I'm pretty sure it only works in double battles. And I guess triple battles. I don't know if it does anything in rotation battles. I'm thinking it's oblivious. Anyway, there was a hidden door and a hidden staircase too, right? Reduces ally damage. Okay, does that actually work in rotation battles? With those methods of entrance, don't you think it's a little much to pin the blame on someone just because they can warp? Well, it's at least more reasonable than arresting me because of one of Nox's commandments. No, that wouldn't work. You'd have to enter Aente itself to use any of its hidden passages. And in that case, the rabbit attendants wouldn't have seen it for sure. What happens if you do a rotation battle with a Pokemon with a weather ability? Does the weather ability activate when they come in initially, or does it activate when they take the front of the battle? Rotation battles were fucking stupid, so there's a lot of mechanics I don't really know. I don't know how they work in it. It stacks in triple battles. What the fuck? Plus, those hidden passages have really strict unlock requirements. You have to get an S rank on all stages. Yeah, and that demands task level movements. I've always considered rotation battles as single battles with spectators. They're not very fun. There you have it then. You're still suspect number 1, Patchouli. Good grief. In this day and age, the age of wikis, anyone can get full S rank if they pull an all-nighter. Alternatively, you could use Game Shark. Pro Action Replay. Right. We don't use Game Shark anymore. Stop casually recommending that people cheat. I've never done a real rotation battle. I used to do triple battles all the time in Gen 5 with my friends. But we did not like rotation battles. Pokemon White has triple battles, and Pokemon Black has rotation battles. Those are like special ones. But rotation battles suck. Now that I look back on it now, it's clear. Our dance marathon was a trap set by Patchouli. Actually, you suggested we dance for 3 minutes and everyone kept going for 3 hours of their own free choice. I'm used to doing marathons during my Otometapita stream. Odatamita streams, after all. Our neighbors must love you. I know you're saying that for laughs, but that kind of thing really wasn't uncommon back when DDR was really popular. It's still popular debate nowadays whether you can really consider DDR to be dancing, though. Yeah, I don't like them either. It's stupid to try and define dancing. As long as you feel like you're dancing, it's dancing. They weren't super forced into the game, at least. But yeah, they were not my favorite part of Gen 5.
That makes sense. It might sound a little silly, but maybe you could even call radio gymnastics dancing. Stop it. Don't bring up dancing in the dark here in the courtroom of all places. Who cares? Let's talk about something happier. Like the Japanese-only sequel to SOS for the PS1. Why the PS1 game? This is a courtroom, so I'm sure everyone here has their own thoughts regarding dancing. Dancing? I was just talking about what could have happened while they were poking around. Making that Tanuki say Tanu. You say that, but just look at foxes. They don't actually say con, but that doesn't stop everyone from pretending they do. Accusing living things of saying stuff they never actually said. Internet culture sure is scary. Foxes say con came from a fairy tale, Patchy. Rabbits always end up with either Usa or Pion Usa. I still don't like Pion, to be honest. I've seen so much of that Pokemon at this point, I've become deaf to it all. Help! This weird man is saying squirt, squirt! Squirtle! Stop trying to cancel Eric Stewart, Patchy. I'm dying, Squirtle. Rotating had one good thing, that it did not reset the counter on slow start. Really? But it didn't count while Regigigas was in the back, did it? That is some extremely niche information you got there. Wow. Yes, I can accept this sort of thing here and there because of the precedent set by Pokemon. But at the same time, I can't let you damage our reputation like this. I bear the title of Grand General Tanuki Society, after all. No, that's genuinely interesting information, but holy shit, is that extremely niche. I'm actually really curious about the mechanics of rotation battles now. Just aspects of them and how they work. Let's have you show us then. Make the real sound Tanuki make, and make it loud! Is there a Tanuki-themed Pokemon? Good question. There's Kappas and Tengu. There's Zigzagoon. But Zigzagoon's a raccoon. So... Sentret? Oh yeah, I guess kind of. But then it evolves into a ferret. Or a ferret. Rotating base puts Pokemon in standby mode that we're setting things like bad poison counter or confusion. Oh, so it even holds poison damage on the counter. That's kind of neat. What kind of sound do we make? Come on, Grand General Tanuki Society. Goo! All done, Patchy. Huh? All done. Wait a second, Patchy. Don't tell me you... Not again. Not again. All I'm doing is refusing to deny the facts. More importantly, Mailing, don't you feel different now? Huh? No, none in particular. Why? Well, that's good to hear then. Chee. Phew. This is going to make quite the mess. Uh-oh. They did something. Your Honor, this evidence. Penalty. That was fast. That was way too fast. Now that Patchouli has been swiftly awarded her penalty, it's time for what everyone's been waiting for. It's time to say cruel things to the defense. Let's kill her. Let's see here. Cruel things. Welcome. No one's home. Now scram and don't come back. Oh, that's Bowser's first line to Mario in Mario 64. Princess, that's Bowser. Sorry, I meant to do K. Rool, but I've been on a big Super Mario 64 speedrunning binge lately, so it just kind of slipped out. Hold on, is Kaguya? Is this Kaguya speaking, or is this you speaking to me, Hawk and I? Also, I think you got a spacing error there. Wow, I never expect a mistake like that from a gamer like you. I've been doing Sunshine too. There's a lot of cool clips, but the King Boo RNG resets suck. It's true. It's true. Mario Sunshine 120 shines is a good run. Actually, chat, the 602 is this week. It's already started. Where they just 100% all 4 3D games. 64, Sunshine, Galaxy 1 and 2. It's crazy. It's like a 20-hour run. This is all gibberish to me. The heck? That's weird. Chat, did you see that? Did I press the A button and it just turned red? Alright, let's move on before the defense starts any fights. Yeah, I feel like I pressed the button, but then the color changed, and I was just kind of like, what? And then I wasn't sure if I actually pressed the button or not. Okay. Always repeat important things twice. Always repeat important things twice. What are you two even trying to accomplish? Why do these two make for such a good duo when it's something stupid? They're a real Batman and Robin, but they better find out which one of them is which, because whoo boy, Robin doesn't end up very well off. I call dibs on Batman. I know you're just stalling for time by making me repeat my testimony. But nothing you say will change the facts. Coo. You're right. It's like a certain bow-tied kid once said. We all have a culprit inside our heart. There are many culprits as there are people. That makes no sense. I never had any intention to change the facts. Gooya. Does that mean you're admitting to it then? Your Honor? Oh, are you going to confess? Are you going to puke up the truth? I suggest that we investigate a certain someone. You want us to investigate a certain someone? This is out of nowhere. What's this about? I want you to use that Sheba Disc Girl Scouter and investigate this person. Please investigate this person thoroughly, leaving nowhere unchecked, as if you were licking every crevice of their body. We can't do that. This is an adolescent girl we're talking about. It doesn't matter. You have to be thorough. I want cameras in every room, even the bathroom. Okay then. You and I will handle this alone. This is too much for you. I'll take your place. That's probably what he just said, but you forgot to delete the line. I'm in charge of investigating everyone. So please be respectful with your demands. Making you go through hell for everyone's sake is but a small price, Udong. Hey now, don't go making someone suffer through being investigated for no reason. If you're going to name names, then I say you ought to at least provide a reason. Mamimon always provides such an absolute feeling of relief. Doraemon must have felt the same when he found his lost pocket in the stage play version. Anyway, I can't allow you to invade someone's privacy without reason. However, if we identify them as the culprit, their human rights go out the window. So it'll be like they were canceled on Twitter. Exactly. What a terrible fate. Alright, we gotta do it again. Here we go. Here we go. Skip! Skip! Oh, I gotta be careful. You should have taken your time with your funny animations. Well, we're gonna now shift the blame onto you. Who, you ask? That's obvious. Bonk. Bonk. Why, this China woman right over here? What? Me? Oh yeah, come to think of it, she was dancing with us that day. She was god-awful at it, though. All she could do was that old-fashioned Johnny Bravo. Wait, don't be dissing Bravo. So what's scanning this China woman going to accomplish for us? Huh? What? Patchy, did you do something? Wait, you didn't! Anyway, go ahead and scout her, Inaba. Right, here I go then. Oh no. Uh-oh. Hmm? Huh? But why? What's the matter? This doesn't make sense. It didn't pick this up before. But now the scouter is detecting Master's blood coming from Mei-Ling. What? It's what? What in blazes? I told you, didn't I? That I never intended to change the facts. Behold, these are the inconvenient facts. Why is there a bloody knife in my pocket? Unbelievable. Did you act as her accomplice? Calm down, she was no accomplice. Neither of us were the culprit. Mei-Ling and I may both have knives right now. But there's nothing bizarre about that. You've got to be kidding! This is the most bizarre adventure I've seen since JoJo! When did a knife get in my pocket? Wait, a knife? Oh, Sakuya stopped time again. And she set me up so I'd take the fall for the whole thing. Right, of course. Good grief, you jumped to conclusions so quickly, pinning a crime on you. Do you really think the residents of the Scarlet Devil Mansion would do something so heartless? Right. Go on then, explain yourselves. Tell us why you two are both carrying bloody knives. I'm not going to be the one to explain it. That's right. That voice. Patchy's not suspicious in the slightest. Mistress, we're sorry to have... Oh my god, she's clipping into the bench! Her boobs were clipping into the witness stand! We're sorry to have hid this from all of you, but we have a rather odd custom at the Scarlet Devil Mansion, you see. Odd? Odd world? Mike Ruba. In order to defend themselves, all of the employees of the Scarlet Devil Mansion are provided knives covered with Eden's blood. What? I had no idea. I never knew that Eden's blood was used like an arrow-tipping poison. That was the line. That was the Danganronpa line. You've got to be kidding me! No way! What do you mean you hand out knives with someone's blood on them? It's common sense at the Scarlet Devil Mansion. There, common sense is whatever I dictate. Even swine would become pearls if my mistress willed it. In other words, the prime suspect is still the one with the Tanuki drawing implicated, Mamizo. Damn it! Now I won't get credit for being the first to guess the culprit. First off, princess, that's not the point. And second, this is an obvious lie. How would they even draw that much of Master's blood to begin with? She probably has really good circulation. However, if the mistress of the Scarlet Devil Mansion says as much, we can't just not believe her. I'll head back to the stands then. Get him, Patchy! I like how she just condenses. Whew, it sure was surprising to have a guest participate from the spectator stands. Oh, you've fallen silent again, witness. Yeah, okay, I'm done. My shock and anger have already left me. What do you mean? I will admit there have been some shocking revelations, but... I've gotten a very good taste as to what trials are like. I'm satisfied now. Yes. I'm sure this thing will Hold on. Are we losing a word or changing a word? Is this will remain a farce or will be remaining a farce? I'm gonna go with will remain a farce. I'm sure this thing will remain a farce from start to finish. Have fun with the rest of it. I'm leaving. Don't go! Don't return to the 22nd century! I'll bludgeon Gion to death! Now just you wait. Marissa was one thing, but you're the defendant. I can't permit you to leave during the trial. I couldn't give any less of a damn. But, well, at least I killed some time. Farewell, I'm out of here. Escape leave. Well, now what? The defendant just left. The defendant has fled the courtroom. Chase and catch her right away. Oh, so you'll chase the defendant. There's no point. Escape leave has a 100% chance, flee chance. It's a waste of effort to fight back against those guaranteed escape moves. What? The defendant escaped? How many does that make now? Why is this court built so you can escape from it anyway? Who cares? Let's talk about the predecessor to DDR. Super team games. You'd always get more points with your hands than you would with your feet, huh? This trial cannot function without a defendant. Have you been under the impression it's been functioning this whole time? Protagonist, capture her! This is your one chance to be useful. Come on, you're the protagonist, ain't ya? You gotta listen to what people say. You can hear us, can't ya? Come on, you bastard, open up! Bam, bam, bam! Jeez, fine. I'll go catch her, but you better vote for Hakude Reimu in the next popularity poll. Don't worry, Reimu, I vote for you. You're just not my #1. Give Patchouli all your votes. Bet it all on Horai-san. Basin Udange Ninaba wants you. Push for Hong Meiling. We PC98s want to be playable in the next game. Now then, while we wait for her to capture the defendant, Koishi gonna win anyway. Hello? Have you seen the last 2 years? Yomu won so handedly that people thought they were cheating. Now then, while we wait for her to capture the defendant, this court will be of a temporary recess. Shikieki for #1. Court adjourned. Yomu always wins. Alright, alright. Alright, chat. It's been 2 hours, 20 minutes. It's been 2 hours and 20 minutes. So I think this is like the stopping point. I don't know how much is left, but I assume it would be more than an hour. Which means if I were to continue, this would be the whole stream. I don't want it to be the whole stream. I want to play Beekman. But, you know, it's over an hour. Okay, as long as it's over an hour, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I will stop here. So, chat, there's been another busy trial, I suppose. It's gonna get nuts. That was fun. That was goofy. I like this game. It's very stupid, but it's a fun kind of stupid. So next week, chat, we will conclude case 2. And you know what? It doesn't even matter if I'm taking my time with it here, chat, because, you know, case 3 isn't done yet. Case 3 isn't even done yet. So when case 3 will be worked on over the next week and over the next week after. So even if I were to finish it right now, you wouldn't get case 3 any sooner. So everybody's just gotta patient, just gotta wait for it. All right, that's all. Ease peas. Ease peas. So get me out of here, would you? Take me back to the title. All right. Goodbye, Pachi Kaguya. Sorry, Guya. Guya. Guya, Guya, Guya. Okay. All right. Next week, chat, we finish that case.